Welcome back to my channel. I am Jasmine, and I've decided to talk about one book series that I started 2024 off with. Since the year's ending, might as well get all of those books of 2024 videos out there, yeah? Hopefully this video comes up after Thanksgiving on Friday. So, the Selection series. It was a series that I was hesitant to start, and I'm so glad that I did start it. Why was I hesitant? Well, I didn't really know what it was about. Pretty much it. I had so many books that I wanted to read, and I didn't want to start not just one book, but an entire series that I didn't think I was gonna like when I already had so many other books that I wanted to read. The first few months of 2024, I spent devouring this series. I, as you can see, have annotated the series. The exception is the first one. I didn't get into annotating books until I don't know what book. I think it was The Queen of Nothing. No, The Wicked King. I think that was my first annotated book. But I didn't get into annotating books until after I read this book. So I have not annotated this book. This series, though, I annotated the heck out of it. Now that I am holding the books that I did annotate, I want to talk about what I did annotate. So first we'll go through the Elite. So you can see not many things that really are sticking out of the pages. I kind of just annotated things. The way that I do my annotations is I will highlight quotes and parts of the book that I enjoyed, that I wanted to look back on, that gave me a bit of a whoa factor. And sometimes I would leave a sticky note like this, where I would just, if I had something kind of long to say about something that I read, I would write it. Yeah, it was usually something like this thing that I opened up on, highlighted America's thoughts about if she had chosen Maxon over Aspen, how Aspen would feel. She didn't want to lose Aspen's friendship if she had chosen somebody else over him, because in the first Selection book, they were planning on getting married, but they were in different castes, so they couldn't. And she had gone off to the Selection because Aspen felt like she deserved better than him. If she were to marry him, she would be down a caste, and she was already struggling with her family in the case that they were in. Did I do too much? I don't think I really alternated too much in my highlights with the color that I used. I feel like, yeah, I used the same colors. I think that I kind of I didn't color code much of anything. I kind of just highlighted what I thought fit in my mind. So, I think that this was actually my favorite book out of the series. The Elite kept me on my toes and at the edge of my seat quite a bit, but the one was the one for me, I guess. I think I did way more in the one than I did for the Elite. If you can see any of the tabs sticking out, I just used these sticky notes like this. I definitely think that if I ever reread this series, if I ever reread the selection, it would be, you know, to, I don't know, annotate it. I would probably annotate it much in the same way that I annotated the rest of the series, though maybe not. My annotation is a little bit different than when I first started annotating. I actually have kind of stopped annotating these kinds of books, and mostly started annotating religious books because I guess, I don't know, I wanted to study the religious books, but now that I'm figuring out that I have a harder time really digesting books if I don't annotate them. Like, I might, if it's a book that I like enough, I might go back and read it again and annotate it, like I partially did for the first Unwanted book. I might finish that one, I don't know, but really, if you want to talk about two books that I really have a love-hate relationship with in this series, The Heir and the Crown. This was about Maxon and America's daughter when she had her own selection. It kind of, you know, even though I did quite a bit of annotating, one of these books, either both of them, I can't remember which one, I had a harder time going through. I had a harder time, it had to have been The Heir. I had a harder time finishing one of these books. Not that I wasn't planning on finishing them, even though I kind of just wanted to move on. I had a harder time because of my love-hate relationship. I think that's the best way that I can describe it. I wanted to finish the book. I didn't want to finish the book. I wanted to know how it would end. I didn't care how it would end. I just wanted to move on. Anyway, that's today's video. Just the series that, I don't know, made me think differently about these sorts of books. I would, if there are any books that are like this, like the selection series, that is not The Hunger Games, I'd read it.